So I'm here with Brett, our CEO, and Brett, I know that so many of our members and so many people are really intrigued to know why utc.travel exists and what inspired you to start the company.
Well, fundamentally, travel has become more and more expensive for most people over the last decade. And my vision was to try and make travel more affordable for everybody. And in order to be able to do that, I felt that by being able to introduce a subscription model, it would help us to be able to cover the cost of operating the business, but be able to offer to our members access to discounted travel.
That's amazing. And obviously the subscription model is really unique. What was lacking in the travel industry specifically that made you think a subscription model was the best way forward?
Well, most people would probably recognise that maybe 20, 30 years ago, people would go to a local travel agent to be able to book all of their travel, whether or not that was a rail break to London or a cruise or a package holiday. And over the last 20, 30 years, people have become used to shopping around, booking with lots and lots of different travel providers. And so what I wanted to try and do was to bring together the whole of the travel inventory landscape, whether or not that's hotels, flights, trains, villas, car hire, onto one platform. So give people the breadth of choice, but everything we can try and do is to give them access to the cheapest possible price possible, but more importantly, not undercutting on service. What you normally get from a travel agent is that support, that service when it comes to making a booking. So I wanted to be able to try and find a model that would allow us to give that same level of service, but the full breadth in a more modern way.
Was there a specific defining moment where you thought someone has to fix this?
I wouldn't say there would be one defining moment. I've worked in the travel industry for over 25 years and worked with a broad range of travel businesses, each with their own different business model. But what I was able to see when I was working with them all is that they all had elements of archaic processes, archaic systems, different business models. And what I wanted to try and do was build something that was fit for the next generation, using the technology that now exists to be able to give people access to a broad range of travel at the best possible prices.
Has your vision changed since day one?
I think no co-founder, no business owner would say that their ideas from day one is the same as year 5. We've learnt a lot on that journey. Travel is one of those industries which is at the forefront of most of the global challenges, whether or not it's travel disruption or whether or not it's sort of political unrest around the world. So we've got to constantly evolve and evaluate what we do and how best we can provide our members with a product and service that's fit for them.
And if you had to describe utc.travel in just one sentence, what would it be?
Quite simply, everything travel at member prices.
I love that. So thank you so much, Brett, for sitting with me and telling me all about your founder story. I'm sure that there is plenty in store for the future of utc.travel, but you'll have to stay tuned for that one.